Yes. Vidya sir, over to you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, pranam to all and hello to kids. Welcome doctors. Welcome to the Step 1 webinar series. Paropakarartham idam shariram. The body has given to us in order to benefit others. The body is given for doing good to others. This is what our Indian philosophy says. Project Step 1 is one such volunteer-driven non-profit collective of individuals from the startups community with volunteers and doctors from across India to provide free access to healthcare via telemedicine to the citizens affected by COVID-19 pandemic. In last 150 days, Project Step 1 has spread out to 14 states and made an impact in the fight against COVID-19. 7,000 plus doctors, 350 plus volunteers, 32 volunteer companies have reached the 3 million citizens till date, and with 2 lakh consultations helped in preventing the spread to 2 lakh contacts. On that note, I today take the honor to welcome Dr. Geetanjali to the program. She is a vibrant, energetic, and wonderful woman who has blessed to serve the society. She is a pediatric intensivist KIMS Hyderabad and co-founder of PediSTARS. I request her to introduce the team for today's webinar. Thank you, and over to you, Dr. Geetanjali.
Thank you so much, Vidya Shankar, and also for organizing this event. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Geetanjali, and I'm from PediSTARS, India, also from KIMS Hospital. Today is a very special day for us, special because of all the COVID programs we have conducted. This is the one which is very close to our heart, because this is for you all, children who are here and also who are watching in India and outside India. Children who've been locked in fear, in the pandemic, not knowing what's going to happen, uncertainty, you don't know whether you're going to get COVID, your family, there are so many messages about management and you're confused. So you are our real heroes. So we are here today. We have got doctors from India and also from Canada and Austria to come and talk to you, to listen to your fears. And also we have children here who are volunteered to come and ask questions on your behalf. The questions and fear all of you have, they are going to represent you. Thank you, children. And we have some special heroes here who are not just help themselves, they have also gone out and helped the community. So they have proven that children have the capacity to build our nation. So welcome all children, welcome the doctors and all the children, parents, teachers out there who are watching this program. Now, may I request the faculty, all the doctors here to tell who you are and where you're coming from and what work you're doing with the COVID, please. I can see Dr. Ramanarao on top. Dr. Ramanarao.
So good afternoon to all of you, and very nice to see the faculty, very good panel members, but really very happy to see all the kids, smart kids, bright kids today. And I'm Dr. Ramanarao. I'm the director at the 108 GBK Emergency Management Research Institute. And we are interested in pre-hospital care, ambulance services. We are also interested in community-based first responders, training the paramedics, doctors and nurses on emergency and carrying out related research also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I know you're all so busy. You left your COVID work and to come and talk to children. And Dr. Philip.
Yes.
Welcome to India.
Hello, I'm very excited to be here today. My name is Philip Steinbauer. I'm 27 years old and I work as a young resident at the Comprehensive Center for Pediatrics in Vienna, Austria, in Europe. And during the pandemic, I designed comic style heroes by myself, which explain the hygiene measures to children, and you will see it later. And yeah, currently we are investigating the impact of these comic style heroes, if there is an impact on hygiene measures in children.
That's awesome, wonderful. Thank you so much, Philip, for coming, and thank you for working with children in the schools. Dr. Maninder, welcome.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Maninder. I am from Vedanta Medicity. I'm actually a pediatric intensivist. That means I take care of sick children. And the good news is COVID is not infecting the children very sick. They're not getting sick. So relax and enjoy.
Yes, we are here to have fun. Dr. Pritesh.
Hi everybody, I am Dr. Pritesh. I am from Hyderabad and I work at Aditya Hospital. So I basically am a pediatrician, and again I work in ICU, so I take care of sick children. So COVID really doesn't affect children that much, so we really are not seeing so many sick children. So I think all of you need to be happy about that. And let's take on with the show.
Thank you so much, Pritesh. Dr. Jabin, welcome to India virtually.
Hello, everyone. It's Javeen here. I'm so excited to see all of the kids out there. I'm currently in Toronto, Ontario. I'm actually working in a hospital for sick children in the department. But as everybody is saying, kids are not being affected a lot. It's just like a lot of fears. So I would say you all need to be relaxed and chill, and we will try our best to take out all your fears today. Welcome.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me see if I can put a welcome song to the children. Bear with me.
I'm not hearing a song.
You're not hearing?
No, I'm also not hearing.
Oh, let me try again.
No, I just hear a little disturbance, no song.
I'm sharing the audio on the screen.
Okay, let me remove my audio. Just a minute.
And share it.
Can you hear now? Little, not very.
Yes, we can hear. You
Let
can
me increase
the
my volume.
Yeah.
Please.
Were you able to hear at all? No. Okay, that's fine. Who is Pawan Kumar? Do we know? All right.
Dr. Geetanjali, let Dr. Aruna Ramesh also get introduced.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry, Dr. Aruna. I'm so sorry. Dr. Aruna, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yes, I'm Dr. Aruna Ramesh. I head the Department of Emergency Medicine in Ramaya Medical College. So as an emergency physician, we are seeing a lot of adult patients who are coming with COVID, and also more patients who are coming with emergencies, with non-COVID situations, emergencies. And as said, children appear to be quite safe. So that's the best part of it. So let's hope it stays that way. And I'm very glad to be here with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry to miss you because we just introduced ourselves before all the children come. And thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming. I know you're so busy at your hospital. Now, what we will do is we'll ask our children what are their fears with COVID or what challenges they are facing. Are you all ready, children? Okay, who shall we ask first? Parth, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thank you so much for coming. So, Parth, what question would you like to ask the doctors here?
My question would be that if COVID affects children and the risks and chances that we get it.
You're worried if the COVID can affect the children?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much. Who shall we ask? Dr. Jabin, would you like to reply to Parth's query?
Yeah, Parth, yes, it can affect the children for sure. But the good part is that it does not cause, as it's a virus. So most of the children will get viral symptoms as most of the viruses will cause, like cough, congestion, some kind of a diarrhea, vomiting, some sneezing, sore throat. So it doesn't causes a lot of serious symptoms, but yes, as all the viruses can cause viral symptoms. So it's kind of a viral illness in children. And thankfully, it is, we are not seeing any serious or very, very sick children to our emergency departments.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks.
so much. Thank you so much, Jabin. Now I can see Khatit over there. Khatit, would you like to ask, what's your worry?
I'm worried if I get COVID-19.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So shall we ask the clever doctors here? Who shall we ask? Shall we ask Dr. Philip? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Dr. Philip, could you tell Khatit not to worry and how he can not get COVID?
Yeah, Khatit, you don't have to worry to get COVID. There are a few strategies so you will stay safe. I can tell you, I think 5 important rules when you go out and play. If you follow these rules, then there is only a very tiny chance that you get COVID. Okay, I got the support today from my 5 superheroes, and the superheroes will explain us 5 important rules to avoid an infection with the virus. Are you ready?
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, maybe.
Are you showing thumbs up?
Yeah, I will.
Did you mute yourself?
No.
Mute yourself.
Do you see this? Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Oh yeah, this is our first hero. This is the hero of the distance. And his favorite slogan is "Keep your distance." By keeping a safe distance from other people, we reduce the risk of an infection. So the coronavirus is not able to jump from one person to another person because there is too much room between 2 persons. Okay, get it. So you have to keep a safe distance from about 1 meter. Okay. Then the next rule is to have a good sneezing etiquette. So when you have to cough or to sneeze, you should sneeze in the crook of your elbow, achoo, like this. And so you also avoid of getting the virus into the room air. Okay. So the next hero is a girl. It is called the Do Not Touch Tina. Do Not Touch Tina reminds us every day from not getting with her hands into her face so that she don't spread the virus in her face. And also we can avoid an infection with the virus, okay? The next hero is very beautiful. It's the flying mascot Mona. She can fly and she avoids the infection by simply wearing a mask. And last but not least, a very important hero is the Captain Soapy Hands. His secret weapon is soap and water against the virus, and he simply washes away the virus by soap and water. And also you can help to fight the coronavirus if you regularly wash your hands. Okay.
Are you happy, Katit?
Do you remember all 5 heroes?
Yes.
It was a little bit fast.
We'll show that to you again, okay? Katit, do you wash your hand for 20 seconds?
Yes.
How do we know it's 20 seconds? I can never remember.
I count in my brain.
Wow. Shall we do that? Can you show us? Dr. Philip, can you show our children? Okay, both Katit and Philip, let's do the hand wash for 20 seconds.
I think. Katit,
are you all ready?
Yeah.
Children? Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. How do you do it, Katit? Can you show us?
I rub for this, like this for 5 seconds. Next, I turn back for 5 seconds. And I again do it like that for the other hand for 5 seconds. And I rub between. Then I rub everywhere a bit more fast. Then I keep water.
You're really good.
Dr. Philip, is there anything else he has to be doing? Is he okay? Is he good?
It is good, yeah. But you also can do, what's also a very good tip is to sing your favorite song during the hand wash. And then you have 20 seconds, also a very good tip.
He said he does sing in his brain. You can sing it loud so we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Katis, for that question. Thank you, Dr. Philip. And again, welcome you to India. Now, shall we ask some other child? Vivan, where are you? Where are you from, Vivan? Are you able to hear me, Vivan? How are you? Is he muted? Unmuted, no?
His mic doesn't work. Put your mic down.
Just talk a little loudly.
Vivan, talk loudly. We can't hear you, Vivan.
Remove your headset.
Hello? It'll work now.
Yes, yes.
All right. Vivan, what are you worried about? What questions do you have for us?
I have my question is.
You have too many questions.
That I'm confused. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
I'm confused which mask is better, a cotton mask or a surgical mask.
Oh my goodness, that's question even I'm confused. Cotton mask or which mask to wear? That's a great question, Vivan. Thank you so much for asking. Shall we ask Dr. Ramanarao? He's done so much work on the mask. Shall we ask him? He's the right person to tell you which mask is good and how to wear it. Even I don't know.
It's a good question, Vivan. You have mentioned little confusion is always better to start with so that we will develop some clarity also. So for our 58,000 employees, we have been working on these surgical masks and the fabric masks also. You have asked a very right question. So these surgical masks, otherwise called medical masks, are meant for doctors, nurses, and paramedics. And those people who support and help the COVID positive patients. So they're generally blue in color, and you often see them purchase them from the medical shops. In contrary, the best mask for a child is a fabric mask. Organizations like World Health Organization, UNICEF, professional bodies of the pediatric doctors, even Scientific Advisor of India has very rightly advised to children to use fabric mask. The fabric mask has got an inner layer which is light in color and it can absorb water, while the external one will have a water resistance fabric. In between, you can also have a filter fabric into this. So the most important thing about the fabric mask is for children, it should cover the nose, the mouth, and the chin also. And on the sides, when we wear it, there should not be any space. We use a word called the mask should fit snugly. Another important thing is when a child wears a mask, it should not go on touching the front of the mask. If it touches, then he has to clean his hands with a hand wrap. Another important thing about mask is we need to wear it throughout. Even while speaking also, when you're in a school, you need to wear this mask. When you come home and you want to take out the mask, it's very important that we lean a little and use the ropes and then from the earrings, and then we need to take it out. The fabric mask can be washed. If you have 2 or 3, then you can continuously have a fresh one. When we speak, sometimes the fabric mask can get soiled. At that time, you can carry another mask in your school bag and see to that it is used. So the additional fabric mask should be kept in a plastic pouch. It is always very, very important. So masks are barriers. Masks we wear for others. If all of us wear masks in our immediate vicinity, we'll be able to reduce the transmission of the disease. So mask is very, very important, and children with special issues like hearing problems, and they may have to use a field, what I call a face shield in place of a mask. So these are a few important things one has to know about mask. But mask alone will not prevent. We need to have, like what Dr. Philip has mentioned, we need to use other safety measures like hand washing, so on and so forth. That's all on this mask, Dr. Gitanjali.
Thank you so much, Raman Rao. Children and also the parents, other children who are watching out there, I'm sure you have more questions on the mask, so keep them coming. You can put your questions on the Facebook. Now, shall we ask Vamika? Vamika, what's your worry? Where are you from, Vamika? Where are you?
I'm from Hyderabad.
You're in Hyderabad. So what's your worry, Vamika? Would you like to ask our doctors?
Yeah, like if someone in our house gets sick, what should we do then?
You mean to say somebody gets sick with the COVID, what should we do? Okay, I need to ask somebody who's not a pediatrician. Why don't we ask our clever Dr. Aruna? Dr. Aruna, would you like answering Vamika's queries, please?
That's an excellent question, Ramika. And as far as cleverness goes, I do not know about that. The children appear to be more clever now. Okay, now when somebody gets sick with the flu-like symptoms with cold, cough, and fever, they usually go to the doctor, and then the doctor sends them for a test, and then the test is reported by the phone by one of the state agencies, saying like the BBMP for us in Bangalore, and they call up the home and tell, yes, you are COVID positive. And usually it is an adult who is the victim or who becomes sick with COVID. And inevitably in our houses, like for you children, it might be one of the parents or grandparents or great-grandparents also, you know. So it is very important at this point of time to understand there are other people coming into the home. They might be your gardener, they might be your servant maid, they might be the milkman, others also coming into the home. So now any one of them also can get positive. So we should be very careful on the number of people that are coming at home. So if somebody at home itself becomes sick, then and becomes COVID positive, you know about that. Now we have to ensure that we keep a safe distance from this person so that others in the home remain safe. So this person usually is allocated one of the rooms, which will be a separate room. And if a separate bathroom or a toilet is available, that is excellent. So they can use that toilet and remain in the room. So they'll need to be isolated for about 14 days. So it is very important that they have separate dishes, that is a separate plate, a separate glass, and in which they will be able to take food. All the children and other members have to maintain distance. As said before, as Dr. Phillips has said, that you need to wear mask. All people at home, including the person who is COVID positive, will need to wear mask. Your hand hygiene is very important, and the person who is going to be taking care of the person who is sick also has to ensure they wear mask and shield while they're handling, and all the waste at home that is actually generated in the room of the person who is sick actually has to be disposed in a waste bin that has got a plastic cover so that it can be disposed separately as infected waste. And also you have to ensure that you eat healthy food, which I think somebody is going to be talking about. You will have to ensure that you stop visitors from coming in. You will have to, as it is, you're not going to school, but once school starts, you will have everybody, all the other children at home also, including you, will have to stop going to school. Your parents will not be able to go out to office and other places till the other person gets well. So you'll have to ask your neighbors or somebody else to deliver the vegetables and stationery home. So this being the situation, you'll also need to ensure that you give a lot of moral support and keep talking to the person who is sick, because to stay for 24 hours within one room is really going to be a trouble. So probably with all your video games and internet and lot of IT knowledge that you kids have, I am sure you can provide a laptop or a mobile phone so that you can keep the elder person occupied.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aruna. You know something, Wami? We actually have a child here who did exactly what Dr. Aruna Ramesh was saying. And she looked after 3 members in the family with COVID positive. So we do have a COVID hero here, Vidula. Vidula, thank you so much for coming. Could you share your experience with us, please? How was it looking after 3 people at home?
Yes. Hi everyone. So as ma'am told, 3 of my family members tested positive for COVID, and me being the youngest one, it was pretty challenging for me to take care of everyone. But we could take care of everything very smoothly by following all the instructions that Dr. Aruna gave us. I've did the exact same thing, following physical distancing, sanitizing everything regularly, and all of that.
Thank you so much. Vidula, what did you learn from your experience? I mean, it's something, not all children get to do. And I heard that your other family members wanted to take you away because you are at risk, but you stayed at home. Hats off to you. Thank you so much. What did you learn? Let's give a virtual applause to her.
Thank you so much. So firstly, I learned how to be responsible because nobody expected that I would be so responsible. So now I can handle any tough situations in my life.
Wow. Amazing, Vidula. What's your message to all the children over here who are worried and who don't know what to do? What's your message to them?
Yeah, so it's to everybody, just don't panic. Everything will go well. Because that's what I was worried at first, but everything went on so smoothly. And yeah, remember, we're all in this together. So stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidula. Thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. And all the best. And I hope all your parents and your family, they are well at home.
Thank you.
Our regards to them. Now, Ishan, where are you, Ishan?
Yeah.
Hi. Thank you for coming. Where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore.
You're from Mangalore. So what's your worry? What would you like to ask our doctors here? There are so many doctors here.
Yeah, there are so many messages I get every day, like take this food or take this medicine to improve your immunity. So I'm confused. How can we actually like build our immunity?
Oh my goodness. You know what? It's not just you. I get zillion messages. The wonder drug, the wonder food. You must take this Gitanjali. You will never get COVID. Or if you get it, you will never go to hospital. And even I am confused. Who shall we ask? I think Dr. Maninder has done a lot of work on it. Dr. Maninder, could you please tell us what to do? Even I'm confused. I don't know what to answer to the zillion messages.
Okay.
How do we build our immunity? We know that immunity is so important in COVID.
Right. So, hi, Ishan. I did my graduation from Bangalore only, so I know a little bit of Kannada. I just know in Tundrenilla, right? So, to the question, there are two parts to your question. The first part being you get zillion of messages. Yeah, that is true. Since the day like March, it was the lockdown started. We got lot of messages in WhatsApp, Facebook. Your friends are calling, your parents are giving, your neighbors are giving. And believe me, many of those are actually fake messages, or they might be wrong messages. So it's very important for you as a child and as well as your parents that you know what is an authentic site so that you can get those authentic information or reliable information. So this is like Ministry of Health or Family Welfare, Government of India. You go to this site, then you can get authentic information. They even have posters, comic books, and everything. And then there's the UNICEF and WHO. So I'll just like to tell in brief that these are the 4 important sites. Believe on these sites and their messages. Rest all, if you have doubts, you ask your parents. Do not keep it to yourself. If you have doubts, ask them. And the very valid doubt that about immunity. Now, a lot of messages are coming. You drink milk with haldi and the turmeric, and your mother would be giving a lot of lemon and orange juices because rich in vitamins. So let me clear a little bit on this. To build up your immunity, immunity is like your police and like your army. So they just don't need this turmeric and milk or just vitamins. They need many things. The important one being good sleep, good water intake, a nutrition which has all the colors. Like when you eat your vegetables, it should have green, the orange, the red, all the colors, not just your non-veg or the plain aloo type, potatoes type. You need to have all the colors. So well-balanced diet and lot of sleep and exercise. So if you do that, then your immunity will become strong by itself. And you don't need to dwell upon these artificial capsules or powders to build up.
Which are
So
harmful. Yeah.
that's it, Ishan.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so much, Maninder, for it. You made my day. And now let's move on and let other children ask some questions. Who shall we ask? Tanisha. Where are you, Tanisha? Can you hear me? Where are you from?
I'm from Mumbai.
Okay. Tanisha, what's your worry? What are you worried about?
I'm worried about if someone is mildly symptomatic with COVID, but in a matter of few days deteriorates suddenly, then what can be done in such a case?
Okay, that's a great question. And we do see it sometimes. It's not very common. Let's ask Dr. Jabeen, who has seen so many sick patients. She's working in the emergency all the time. All she does is seeing the sick patients. Shall we ask Dr. Jabeen from Toronto, what can we do about it? Why does it happen? Jabeen, thank you.
So Tanisha, what an intelligent question. You're right. A lot of kids have got very mild symptom, but some can get sick. What happens, as Marinder was also saying, that you have your immunity. So immunity is kind of firefighters of your body. They fight it out most of the illnesses, and likewise, they fight it out your coronavirus as well. But what happened in some of the people or some of the individual, that will be a kid, that could be an adult, their immune system work more, like it become a kind of a storm in your body, like your immunity, rather than fighting with the virus, it start fighting your own body as well. So when it happened, first, I would like to say it happens very, very, very rarely. It is not a common thing, but yes, it could happen. When it starts to happen, in addition to fighting with the virus, they start fighting their own body. Like they start affecting or causing inflammation of your lungs, of your liver, of your kidney. And then in that case, in some days, like 5 days, 7 days, they started to have either fast breathing, difficulty in breathing. Sometimes rashes can appear on your skin. And then other body systems start to affect. So in that situation, they need medical attention and they should go to either to emergencies or consult their doctor.
Thank you so much, Jabin, for that. Now, again, I think we knew this question was coming, so we have a surprise for you. We actually have a child who's gone through all this and herself had COVID. So Jasmita, welcome. Where are you from, Jasmita?
I'm from Hyderabad.
Thank you so much for coming for this program. And I'm really grateful for your parents and everybody who has agreed to send you here for this program. Could you please share us your experience of seeing a sick patient with COVID and yourself having COVID? Thank you so much again, Jasmine.
Yeah, we actually went to our uncle's house for visiting them. After 3 days, we heard that he's serious with COVID. And then we realized that even we were having COVID symptoms. Then we consulted a doctor and followed his advices strictly. We took a proper diet, we isolated ourselves at home, and we were having a proper healthy diet, drank lots of liquids, and did proper exercises.
And is everybody okay at home now?
Yeah, we are completely all right. We completely recovered right now.
And you didn't know your uncle was positive when you went visiting,
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry about your uncle. What did you learn? How was the experience? What did you gain from this? I know I can see you're well now.
I learned to be positive at every situation of my life and to face any kind of obstacles.
Awesome. What's your message there out to the children over there who are watching this program and our children here, Jasmita?
I would ask you everybody not to be panicked, not to be brave, and eat wisely, exercise regularly, stay healthy, and every time keep your doctor's number with you in case of any emergency. Yeah, and stay home, stay safe.
That's so important. That's so important. And it's a temptation, you know, to visit our relatives. And thank you for that, saying keep your doctor's number ready because emergencies can happen anytime. And the children, it's good to know whom to call in emergency. Also your relatives' number at home, whom to call. Thank you so much, Jasmita, for coming on this program. Now, I know we can go on talking about it whole day, but we need to finish this program. So I'll ask Ishika, where are you, Ishika? Where are you from?
Yeah, hey, I'm from Mangalore.
Hi, thank you for coming. So what's your question? What's your biggest challenge in the COVID, Ishika?
So right now we're not meeting any of our friends. We have online exams throughout the day because of which we get constant headaches and there's eye aches. So what can we do for this? What is the solution for this?
Oh my goodness. I think this is a universal problem. It's not just you. I'm really sorry about it. Dr. Pritesh, would you mind clarifying Ishika's doubts and what can she do to feel better and is there any solution for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So coming to your question, well, the first part, you know, actually even I have not met my best friend for the last almost 3-4 months. Now earlier we used to meet almost every day, but I haven't met him at all. So we do always catch up on phone, not always directly on a screen, but maybe a regular phone call. You know, right now, most important is to stay safe. And then later on, always you can catch up. Your friends are not going to go anywhere. They're going to understand the situation. And then coming to the second part, Yeah, that's a big problem. We are having so many conferences on computers now. Even I get headache and problems with the eyes. So now, why does that happen? Now, the human eyes, the nature is not designed to do this kind of computer activity on a continuous and long basis. That's where the problem starts. But unfortunately, in this pandemic situation, we probably have to go with it because that's how your schools are going to run. There's simple things that you can do, I won't go into details. They're very, very simple things. Sit upright, sit straight in front of your laptop. Try to make sure your laptop is slightly lower down compared to where you're sitting. That makes a difference. After about every 20 minutes, take a break of just 20 seconds. Look at something far off. Don't look into a screen. Just look at something far off. Focus for 20 seconds. 20 minutes, 20 seconds. And then that will basically help your eyes relax. And then I really hope that all those people who are having online classes, your teachers must be giving you a break after every class, because that break is very, very important. Once you have a 30 minutes, 45 minutes or 1 hour class, you need to have a 10-15 minutes break. During that break, don't get onto a mobile or chat something or play a game. Instead, relax, maybe have a cup of water, go and do some stretches or just lie down. So that will give your eyes relaxing. And another very important trick that helps: when you are looking at a screen for a long time, involuntarily you forget to blink. So remember to blink. That lubricates your eyes and the irritation will go away. I think this will help you.
Thank you so much, Pritesh.
Thank you.
You know what? You reminded me that we've been sitting here in front of the computer on a chair for more than half an hour, which is very, very, very bad. So let's stretch our legs, get out from the chair, all of us, and we want all the viewers also, and do some stretching. So who wants to show? Maninder, do you want to lead? So follow Maninder. Okay, follow me. Let's get up.
Yes, we will stand up.
Okay.
Everybody up. I don't see everybody up. Yeah.
Better.
Any activity, you can do anything. If there is music, it is good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Better.
Thank you so much. You can sit down. Thank you so much, Ishika, and also Maninder, for reminding us that we have to take frequent breaks. Okay, now let's ask Parth. He has got so many questions. I'm so sorry, Parth. We don't have time for all your questions, but you can ask one more question.
Yeah. So I'm a national TT player and I'm frustrated due to this situation, sitting at home, not able to practice. So my question is when I can play safely one-on-one with a coach, and when will all this pandemic end?
Oh my goodness. So who would like to answer this question? I think we'll have to ask Dr. Ramana Rao. He's done so much work on this. Dr. Ramana Rao, please answer Parth's question.
Yeah, very good question. Actually, I'm from Hyderabad city. It is becoming famous for badminton also. Earlier, it was famous for biryani. And we also have the Olympic champion, P.V. Sindhu. And every day I pass through her place where she does a lot of practice. So I understand, I'm also interested in outdoor games, but this is a very tough time for us. But the Sports Authority of India has issued some standard operating procedures, how we can slowly get into the full stream of games. IPLs are also coming up. So in this, they will play, but there will not be any participants. There will not be any audience. The first thing I want to tell you when you are a badminton player is that outdoor games are preferred when compared to the indoor games. Even if you are there in an indoor stadium, for example, if there are 4 courts, very important that few members should be there and every alternate course should be used. And in between, there should be enough gap. All players must have to carry their own rackets, bats, equipment, very important, and they should also carry the sanitizer. In the indoor stadium, if there's some other batch is getting trained, you need to wait till they come out. There should be cleaning of all the surfaces, also very important. It's very important that we need to have a small team, 2 players, for example, and 1 coach. It should not become very crowded. So when you are playing, you may not be using the mask. But those who are nearby, at least see to that they may be wearing at least a fabric mask. And most important thing is, once you go into a sports event and you come back, you have to come out, and then you should have to use a mask while reaching the sports stadium or coming back. So in other words, it's important that we need to remember that when the schools are opening, I often use this word called pencil concept, right? P-E-N-C-I-L. Physical activity is very, very important for all the children. And we need to also get emotionally attached with our friends, classmates, family members nearby there. That is the E of pencil. The N is nutrition. We should be very careful, and I've seen other senior doctors are also mentioning about it. In a school, when we go there on a regular basis, particularly for government schools, a lot of midday meal program is also there. It will address the nutritional component of the children also, the growing children. The pencil, C is very, very important, cautious, safety. So for a player, for a boy who wants to really go into badminton, earlier in all our schools, we were talking about fire safety or the building collapse safety. Now you need to be very careful in terms of physical distancing also. We need to avoid going to the crowded gatherings. So these sort of things are also very important when we talk about sports and the school students. The I is the interactiveness. So when we go to the school, we need to be using all the opportunities to be mingling with the friends. But during the COVID period, when we gradually, now we are into the virtual situation, we are learning through distance learning. But when the school starts, we need to be very careful. While interactiveness, we need to maintain a physical distance and ensure that you have the flapping of the arms and children are far away. And then the I is learning, of course, your own male education. So P-E-N-C-I-L stands for physical activity. E stands for emotional support and the bondages. N stands for nutritional thing. The C stands for the caution, safety. And the I stands for interactiveness, for the social enjoyment, what we have by interacting with our friends. And the L is, of course, the core of your education and learning. So always remember this. And as a player, I want that education, physical, social, mental development is very, very important. It is only a temporary period that we are facing. And I'm sure that all of us together, with the amount of wisdom we are getting, you are all getting shared by experts here, I'm sure that we'll have the grit and see to that we come out of this pandemic situation, though we are not very sure when it will end at this point of time. Okay?
Thank you, Dr. Ramana Rao. Parth, I'm so grateful to you for asking these questions. It's so important. Could I ask all the doctors over here from different continents, one thing each one, what our children can do for their well-being, please, during this COVID time? I think Dr. Ramana Rao has already spoken. Philip, can you tell us one thing they can do
I think the
to be happy?
Yeah. I think the most important thing, like also Maninder said, is physical exercise and sport. I think.
Thank you so much, Maninder. You have to say something apart from exercise now.
Yeah, family time, dinner time, no TV.
Wow, awesome, beautiful. Jabin. You're muted, Jabin. You're muted.
I would say washing your hands.
And singing. Thank you so much. Dr. Aruna?
And now I can come back to exercise. We all hated our PT classes because it used to be in the hot sun and we were made to do all the PT exercises. Now I think the children have to get their parents and grandparents together and do all the PT exercises that you made us do just now.
Yes, go on, children. Do it today. Okay, Pritesh.
I would suggest that, you would have a lot of free time at hands because you're not going regularly to school and the online hours are also limited. So try to find out interesting skills or something new you would like to learn, because this is the best time you can utilize and learn something new.
Thank you so much, Pritesh. talking about new skills, we do have wonderful children over here who've been learning new skills and simply amazing, amazing, amazing children. So let's hear from them. Arav. Arav, where are you from?
I'm from Hyderabad.
You're from Hyderabad. So could you tell us all about what you've been up to? What have you been doing during COVID lockdown?
I generally do some exercises at home, like sprint and then bridge and then few more exercises.
Wonderful.
And
something else you've done, something really, really to do with.
Like I have a soft football, so I practice in my room how to play.
Okay. And what about something to do with all the rubbish we generate at home and throw away?
And
you've done something with that, right?
Yes. So we started home composting, which like all the waste which we use goes and pollutes the earth. So this home composting is like you put the all the like waste and all that, and then on that put little soil, and then after 30 days it becomes fully into soil, so that like helps earth not to get polluted too much.
Arav, thank you so much for that. It's really amazing. Let's give a virtual applause to Arav. So we have one more wonder child, Vanavi. Thank you. Arav, what's your message to other children?
That they should also start doing home composting and stop polluting Mother Earth.
I think so. I think so. After looking at you, even I started, you know that I don't throw any rubbish now. Thank you so much, Arav. Okay, Vanavi, hi. Would you like to tell us what you've been doing at home?
I've been doing gardening.
You're doing gardening. Why gardening?
I like gardening a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't have time before, so like I was not doing. In this
Okay.
lockdown, I had lots of free time, so I started doing.
Right. So what did you learn from it? What's your message to other children from gardening? Even I love gardening.
It's very happy to see colorful blooms changing to vegetables and fruits. If I can, you all can. Let's grow plants.
Thank you so much, Vanavi. That's amazing, amazing. Let's give a virtual applause to him. Great, great. And we have many more children here. So I know you all have lots of questions. So we will listen to these children and then we'll come back to the questions again. So we have Manoli here. Manoli, where are you from?
Hello, hi everyone. I'm from New Delhi.
So Manoli has done some remarkable work during the COVID lockdown. We are all ears. Manoli, please tell us what you've been up to.
Right. So during this pandemic, for about 1.5 months, my family and I have been delivering cooked and uncooked food, especially to the immigrant workers who were here at the bus stop. So we generally prepared 2 to 250 packets of protein-rich diet like dal and chawal, and used to go to the nearest bus stops within my locality and distribute the food.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Manoli. Let's give a virtual applause. And what did you learn from this, Manoli?
Ma'am, for me, the feeling was of sheer gratitude. And I was so grateful for what I have. And I knew I did want to do something to help those who did not.
You're so inspiring. What's your message to the children here and all of them who are watching?
I would just like to say that one needs to learn to be happy and positive in the direst of circumstances and just be grateful for whatever you have.
Thank you so much for coming. So give her a big hand. Now we have one more hero or heroine, Aishwarya Chilla. So Aishwarya, congratulations. She's just graduated from being a medical student. Instead of mugging up for the exams and entrance, she did something really amazing. Aishwarya, would you like to talk about it?
So once the lockdown started, I think maybe a month or so into, when we realized that there were these migrant workers being displaced all over India, I mobilized people around my community, some friends, family friends and everything, to collect funds to make essential kits, which are basically kits to help people, like families, survive for around 2 weeks. So it's like raw materials for their cooking and other stuff. So yeah, we were able to collect enough funds to feed around 350 families for a 2-week period. And yeah, that's what I had done a couple of
And
months
all
ago.
because of one child's determination. My goodness, you mobilize the whole community. Thank you so much, Aishwarya. And keep up the good work. And I'm really happy that doctors like you are joining us, who are not just mugging for the exams. And all the best for your future.
Thank
now
you.
We have a famous trio from Mumbai. So we are going to hear from them what they've been up to, little children, Aditya and Anai and Nandini. So we want all three of you to talk because you have done the work together. Let's start with Aditya. Aditya, I know your whole team have been doing amazing work in Mumbai in supporting all the migrant workers, laborers, and so many other things. We would love to hear from you. What made you do this? What was the inspiration behind this?
Actually, it was empathy and compassion. We were so moved by the imagery as well as news on plight of COVID warriors around us. So we had to contribute on a larger canvas. We brainstormed and planned to raise somewhat around 12 lakhs through
my
crowdfunding for 3 objectives. But our idea resonated so strongly that well within 3 weeks, we raised nearly 15 lakhs. So we learned that if the idea is strong, no barrier is large enough.
Thank you so much. Nandini, could you tell us a little about your work, please? What have you been doing together?
So with the 15 lakhs we collected, we procured cotton fabric and hired a women's self-help group to stitch more than 30,000 masks, which we distributed free of cost among slum dwellers. This idea was so IDF decided to continue this project as a self-sustaining one with the potential to generate more than 2.5 crores in income benefits in the future. And furthermore, we procured and donated 700 PPE kits and 3,095 masks to Messina, Karuna, Holy Spirit, and Naya hospitals in Mumbai. And we provided Holy Spirit hospitals with 14 beds. And we also donated 20 hands-free sanitizer units to Bal Gurukuls in Mumbai. And we gave 1.2 lakhs to assist IDF in providing hygiene care packs to school-going girls.
That's simply amazing. I'm so touched. Let's give a big applause. But I would like to ask one last question to your team. That is Anai. Anai, what's your message to the children out there? It's not just children, the adults also like me, and all the parents and teachers who are watching.
So I think the key takeaway from this experience is that everyone has the potential to make a positive difference to people's lives if they have the intention to do so. And when one actually goes out of his or her way to help others, the satisfaction and joy that that one experiences is far greater than the effort one puts in. So by helping others, we actually end up helping ourselves. So for me, this realization was the most important learning.
That's awesome. It's amazing. Keep up the good work. I know you're all busy studying for your exams and still you did this. Thank you so much. Let's give a virtual applause to all the children who have come here, who have contributed. It's been simply amazing. And it's 6 o'clock now. I know some of you need to go, but we have so many questions. So if anybody is happy to stay back for a few minutes, please do that. But the good news is this is not the end. We have the Facebook open there. So if your family or anybody who's got questions, please keep them coming. We will answer them. And let's go to some of the couple of questions. Are you all right? I know you doctors, you need to go to your duties. Are you okay to stay for a couple of minutes?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Vivan had an important, he's got many questions actually. He's a little disappointed I let you ask him only one question. Vivan, what's your second question, Vivan?
My second question is that I am suffering from eczema and bronchitis. Do kids like me have more risk of catching COVID, and what precautions should we take?
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about it. I'm sure there will be a great, nice answer for you. I'm so sorry you've been worried about it. Dr. Pritesh, could you please answer Vivan's question, please?
Yeah, Vivan. Well, Vivan, to make it straightforward, short, and simple, the answer to your question is no. You need not be worried, and you are not at all at a higher risk than any other normal child. So just relax and just don't worry about it. Now, already so many of people and doctors have told that children in general don't have severe COVID, and in fact, most of the times they have no symptoms at all. To be very honest, I'll just tell you an example. Yesterday, I saw a child, 11-year-old child, whose both parents are hospitalized in ICU. The child has absolutely no symptoms, but he is COVID positive. But he is absolutely healthy. So children in general really don't have much symptoms. In fact, what you're hearing that you may have increased risk is usually for those people who are old, more than 60 years, those who have sugar problems, those whose blood pressure is not controlled, or those who have some kind of heart or lung problems. Then those kind of people are at high risk, not you, beta. I think you can just live like any other. But it does not mean that you should not take precautions that all has been explained so far. Am I okay?
Yes.
Are you happy, Vivan? Is your question, is your doubts answered?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we ask Aishwarya, because she's just finished her medicine and she's so worried about everything. So do you think we can ask Aishwarya one question? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Aishwarya, hi. Thanks for coming again.
Hi.
What's your worry, Aishwarya?
Obviously, COVID has been the main focus the past few months, but that doesn't mean other illnesses don't exist. So I guess my question is, what other symptoms do we look out for in other illnesses that are important?
Aishu, that's a great question. It's my worry as well. In fact, all the doctors here. So let's ask, I want to ask this, it is such an important question. Two doctors, one is a pediatric doctor from the pediatric perspective, what can happen to the children over here. And also from Dr. Aruna Ramesh, if you don't mind staying for a couple of minutes more. So let's start with Dr. Maninder, who's a children's doctor. Dr. Maninder, what's your worry during the COVID? Because we are so focused on the COVID.
Yeah, a very valid question, Aishwarya. Now, the thing is that having corona, I think so everybody has just forgotten there is other diseases also. They have not vanished. So corona has taken the focus, but other diseases do exist. And in children, preventive health is very important. So in last 3 months during lockdown, vaccinations would have been missed. And parents in general would have a lot of anxiety that, I'll take the vaccine after 2 more months. Now already 3 months are over. You should not delay it further. It's time you reach out to the healthcare workers or hospitals. They are very safe. People are working there. They are trying to make it safe. So it's important that the vaccinations are done on time. Your dental checks are done on time. So for children, this is very important. As far as adults are concerned, let's ask adult person.
Dr. Aruna, sorry. Sorry to keep you.
Sure. Yeah, like you rightly said, and Pritesh also said that in the previous one that adults, there is diabetes, hypertension, and other diseases at home, and they're going to be on medication. Your parents or your grandparents are going to be on medication. So you as children are the forefront and tomorrow's doctors. So you should become the home doctor now. You should ensure that you're monitoring them. Did you take your medicines? What is the blood pressure? So if there is a BP apparatus, please check your parents or grandparents' blood pressure. So you become the doctor. and you mark it down. And in case they have a doctor, family doctor, you can call and say, oh, today's blood pressure is so much. Should I take any actions for it? It is more today, and should I take any actions? You can inform them, because adults usually ignore. Oh, it's okay, it does not matter. But it does matter. So this increase in blood pressure, increase in blood sugar are going to have adverse effects. Like a patient can have diabetes, a patient who has diabetes and hypertension can develop a stroke, can develop a heart attack. And many times these symptoms are so subtle that you will not be able to make out. So let us go through what are the simple symptoms, what we call as you can recognize that a person is having a heart attack. So we have a mnemonic saying that listen to your heart. So that is, L means lightheadedness. If somebody develops lightheadedness, dizziness, if somebody develops, I is for increased sweating, S is for shortness of breath, T is for tightness or chest pain, E is for the extension of this pain can extend to jaw, neck, back, shoulders. So if somebody is having these, or somebody might have gastric-like symptoms, nausea, vomiting, which does not subside, then I think an adult should you should ensure that they visit the doctor or call the doctor and talk to them so that they can get an ECG done at the earliest, and then you can be sure it is not a heart problem. So it can wait, okay? That is one part of it. The next part of it that can be taken care of, you can recognize a person having a stroke. So what is called as the B fast. So that means somebody who is standing suddenly becomes off balance, or if a person is not able to see clearly or there's blurring of vision, you ask the person to smile, and when the person smiles, they're not equal. So there is drooping of the face on one side. If A stands fast, among the fast, A stands for, that means you develop weakness in your arms or in the legs. If somebody's speech is slurred, or all these are going to be important because time is important. So what you need to learn is, in a road traffic accident, in a heart attack, in a stroke, these patients have to reach the hospital fast. So time is muscle in a road traffic accident or organ. You have to save from the blood loss that is causing damage to the organs in a road traffic accident. Next is, in a heart attack, time is muscle in the heart. So this will damage the heart. And in stroke, time is brain. So brain cells are going to die. So we have to ensure these patients reach the hospital fast. So you as young doctors, budding doctors at home, are going to be responsible and take care of your parents and grandparents. Okay?
Thank you so much, Aruna, for that. And for the little children here, the key thing is keep the emergency number of your neighbors, of your family, and also a doctor's or your security. Know whom to call in emergency. It is so, so important that anything can happen anytime. And so in the pandemic, we learned all this. So probably that's one thing, good thing which has come out of it. Now I have an important announcement to make. Before that, let's see, we have a song from Austria and also Canada for you all children. Let me see if I can play, fingers crossed.
Ma'am, I think you can share the screen with the audio, please. Once you
can you hear now?
No, it's not audible.
Oh.
Once you click on the share screen, please select the share with audio.
Can you hear?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Auntie, we can't hear anything.
Auntie, we can't hear it.
Yeah, I also cannot hear it.
Same here.
The visuals are good, so let's enjoy.
It's a good one to do exercises and stretches at home.
Yes, yes, it is. It is a good one. Any child has any other question, burning questions you can ask? No? Shall we listen to one more song? The last one? I think for some reason it's overlapping. My computer is not allowing me to do it. Can you hear? No?
We can't hear.
Can't hear?
But I know the sound of music.
That's fine. Thank you so much, children. And this is not the end. We are going to have more webinars like this for children in future also. Mainly that's Dr. Aruna said, how to manage emergencies at home and also CPR, the chest compression if somebody collapses, and first aid. So stay tuned and thank you all. It's been such a joyful day. Thank you all the doctors who are come out of your hospital to answer our children's questions. Especially doctors from Austria, Canada, and Dr. Ramana Rao, Dr. Aruna. All of you, thank you so much, so much. And till we see you next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Great.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much from step one. Dear citizens, if any one of you and kith and kin's friends are facing any symptoms from COVID-19, do remember this number 97456 97456. I repeat 97456 97456. So this is a toll-free number throughout India. Please do call and doctors will be at your services. Jai Hind. Thank you very much and look forward for all of you for our next webinar. Follow us on all the social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you, dear doctors, and thanks a lot, children, kids. Thank you, doctors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.